Hello, everybody. May 21st, 2020. And I'm really pumped because I got another Hall of Famer slabbed this time in from eBay. We'll do our little Who Am I Hall of Fame just like we did yesterday. But first, I also have a TTM. Shreveport, Louisiana. And unless I'm mistaken, this might also be a Hall of Famer. Not baseball, but something else. Are you ready? It is Mr. Robert Parrish. This is a Hoops. I believe it's a 93 or 94 Hoops. It's the 5th anniversary stamped. And somebody recently gave me a whole stack of these, and so I have some other ones out too. And that's a really cool action shot from above. Duncan. Pretty good signature. And, look at that. A pin switch to Silver Sharpie on the black. That looks great. Boy, he really takes care of his fans. Very happy to get that. I would be happy if that was the whole day. But we have more business to conduct. Yeah, that's really cool. I remember him playing with the Celtics, of course. I was back in my high school years. I was really, really into all sports, even hockey. And since then, I've managed to forget probably as much as I knew about non-baseball sports. But sort of been getting back into things lately and branching out, as you've seen here on the channel. And Parrish is somebody I just remember him and McHale and Bird being a part of that big three in Boston, and really happy to get that. So impressed with the pin switch. And I didn't have any idea of what his autograph had looked like, if this is like, the autograph of a 70-year-old, or if that's his autograph. And so I went back and looked at some of his early pack certified stuff. And that's been his graph. So he's holding up quite well. Here we go. Another Hall of Fame Who Am I? This time I didn't put a big question mark on this, but we'll do it anyway. So if you weren't here yesterday or you haven't done one of these with me, basically I give off clues. They get increasingly easier until it's really obvious who it is, or perhaps you don't know, which is totally okay too. So here we go. We already know that he's a Hall of Famer. He was inducted in 1998. He played 13 years, 10 with the Indians, 3 with the White Sox, 1 with the Tigers, 7-time All-Star, 5 100 RBI seasons, 8 20 home run seasons. I bet Scott already knows this. Served in World War II, so 2 consecutive days we have World War II vets. That's very cool. I played in the major leagues, of course. I also played in the Negro leagues. Okay, now we're getting interesting. I'm sort of famous for being second at things. I was the second black manager, and I was the second black player to play in the major leagues. I was also first at a few things. I was the first black player to hit a World Series home run, and I was the first black player to win a home run title. Who am I? If you know it, you know it. Mr. Larry Doby. And I am very excited to get this. I'm going to take it out of the sleeve, probably forever, because I destroyed it first off. But it's not a perfect fit. It's just 2 team bags. I keep these in a display case on the wall, and it doesn't make much sense for me to leave them in a perfect fit. But really excited to get this for a couple reasons. First off, a lot of respect to Larry Doby. Very common trivia knowledge that he's the second African-American player in the major leagues. But he was the first in the American League. So obviously at that time, there was no interleague games. So he had to endure a lot of the things that Jackie had to endure in the National League. He had to go through them in the American League as well. And I don't think that he's properly recognized for that. So I am recognizing him here today. Also, this is a set I collect. So I don't know if you have seen it, but I'll leave a link right there to my 1992 action-packed ASG, which stands for All-Star Gallery, not All-Star Game, to the other ones I have. And just since I made that video, I've added Larry Doby and Red Schoendienst and like one or two other cards. So I have a pretty fair amount of these 92 action-packed ASG cards. This is probably my favorite pickup so far this year. I've been keeping a list going of like my top 10s. So I have like my top 10 TTMs. I have my top 10 giveaways. I have my top 10 purchases. And I started an in-person category, but I've only gotten 2 and it's not likely I'll be getting any more. So forget that one. But what I wanted to do at the end of the year is dedicate a video each day to like, let's say it's December 26th. I might be doing my top 10 eBay pickups or purchased pickups. And as of right now, I'm going to slot this one at the number 1 spot. I'm really probably most excited about it. So it's a Hall of Fame day. It's a Hall of Fame day here. Robert Parrish, 2 of 2, care of home, with the pin switch for the silver on black background, which looks awesome. Awesome in action shot. That's, I believe it's a subset, not an insert set. So the scoops, it looks like scoops. And Larry Doby,